Well, good morning, everybody. Um, Thought I'd go live on time today because wanted to give my thoughts on Tops Now going live. Uh, I know Bo talked about it briefly just a second ago, but I wanted to give my not extensive, I wanted to give my opinion on it um, because I told you yesterday that I would, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about what's going on and why. So what I did is I watched a couple of videos. One of them was an interview with Michael Eisner and Josh Mudrick. Good morning. Good morning, Diego. Buenos, huh? I know buenas noches and buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. So we all know it is a $1.3 billion acquisition, starting at 10.15 a share. Uh, by Mudrick Capital. And again, in 2007, Tops was purchased for $385 million. Michael Eisner is still going to be the chairman of the board. The CEO is going to remain the same. Morning, George. And it's going to be traded on the NASDAQ. Here's some interesting news and notes that I pulled. Eisner will not sell a single share of Top stock. That tells you that there's confidence from the chairman of the board. It will be interesting to see if and when Tops goes public, if Eisner sells any. He says he will not sell a single share of Top stock. He didn't put a time frame on it. So I found that to be very interesting. Yes, he will not share a single stock today, but will he in the future? So there's confidence. Last year, Bo, I'm going to steal a little bit of your thunder here. Tops recorded a $92 million profit, in 2020 they had a $92 million profit, with 65% of the revenue coming from sports cards and entertainment, and 35% from confectionery, which is Bazooka, Ring Pops, their candy area. They asked Eisner a bunch of questions, and they asked him how he changed, and one of the reasons that he gave was Tops is in the same financial as Disney was in 1984. So if you go back and look at the historicals of what Disney was back in 1984, you have a good idea of where they hope the growth is. What I think, and the Eisner also mentioned M&A, merger and acquisitions, and there will be merger and acquisitions after Tops goes live. So the question is going to be, where are they going to grow? Are they going to grow in NFTs? What's next? Autos, experiences, Tops Party. But he specifically mentioned M&A. So I expect Tops to do a merger at some point in time after they go public. There's probably already talks in play. What they did now, what they asked Eisner how everything has changed, and Eisner said, now we have instant gratifications. Things change at the swing of a bat. They're an international company. Their relationships with soccer, and they're a bigger company. And he specifically was talking about blockchain and NFT. Hold on to your feed. I'll talk about NFTs here in a second. They also said that Eisner also said that they will now participate with NFTs in the second and third sale. So it looks like Tops is going to try to get into the distributor and the third party or eBay or end user, or however you want to call it. It looks like they're going to try to get into that particular aspect of the sale. So that is, to me, that's extremely interesting, especially with all of the problems that we've had at Walmart and Target. Does that mean more online? Does that mean more on demand? I have a feeling so, but reaching into the third tier of the market, I'm not 100% sure what that looks like, but that tells me that they're going to be moving into a couple of other verticals, whereas they were only in the, into different areas, is what I believe. They asked Jason Mudrake about why they got involved with, because normally they do distressed companies. And he said, well, Tops in no way is a distressed company. We looked at the future, and the future was just as bright as anything else. And when they decided to buy Tops, they all sat around the table talking about their old baseball card collections, and all of them went out into their attic and got their old baseball cards. So this tells me that again, this is a growth play. Their revenue, and again, I'm going to steal some of your thunder. They had 20% growth rate over last year, 20% year expected this year. Hockey stick projected for this year. They've had, I have a feeling they may end up releasing NFT certificates with online exclusive at some point. Gonna get there, George. Gonna get there. Hockey stick projection with mid-teen EBITDA margins year over year. So that tells you, with that type of growth year over year and EBITDA growth year over year, there is some huge potential they saw to jump into the fray. And I think the 1.3 billion is a jumping off or starting point. Get ready and hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Tops is about to grow. Had a very, very interesting conversation yesterday about, do they buy their own card cutting and card manufacturing facility? Can they get the machines to be able to do that? It was my answer, but that's an interesting play. And you know that they have, another interesting fact, they have 12.5x 2021 projected for EBITDA. So they expect Tops to blow up this year. So get ready. One of the things, George, that I believe that we're about to see is a growth in NFT, and not just NFT, but experiences. I don't know if you know about the company Cameo, Cameo, but it's where athletes and stars are now charging to do videos for people, or videos for products, or videos for, it's mainly used for card shops, and breakers have gotten into it to use for advertising for breaking. But there's all sorts, football, baseball, basketball, wrestling, YouTube stars, you name it, you can pretty much find it on there with some celebrity. I expect that's going to give way into virtual meetings. So if you think about experiences and what can be done within NFTs, you can pull a virtual NFT pack, so to speak, a pack of cards, because you're doing it now. Let's see, Smokey Robinson. That's funny. But think about 20-minute virtual meetings with, say you pull an Aaron Judge 1-of-1 card, and you get a virtual meeting for 20 minutes to talk to Aaron Judge. They can now, with their RIP party being virtual, although I think it's going to be face-to-face next year, I think that, you could do a virtual party of some sort with NFTs giving you access. So then that goes into the tops party. They can now help distribute virtual passes to the tops party or create something online. Experiences with the All-Star game, with the World Series, with soccer matches. Gronk proved it with a one-of-one experience with himself at a Patriots game or a Bucks game. And that card sold for 20, 25, 30,000 on the site. So there is a demand for one-to-one experiences with athletes. And then if you think about it, think about their movies, the wrestling, NHL, Star Wars, soccer, all the properties and licensing that they have. You're talking about an endless supply of experiences that they can create. You've got, what if you could go back and own a Babe Ruth moment, or a Mickey Mantle moment, or a Ronald Acuna home run moment, or Pete Alonso just hit a home run a couple of days ago, fastest one to reach 700 home runs in the history of um, um, the fastest putting in. Sorry, George says there seriously is almost nobody that's putting out minting NFTs today. Minting NFTs today. I'm not 100% sure. Bo, you need to mint your promotions for course. George. Yeah, but there's endless of what you can do with NFT and blockchain. I don't think this is a fad. I think this is going to expand. So I think NFTs are going to grow. I think they're going to grow through experiences, through moments. Hey, Dan, what's going on? What's going on, Dan? I think that it's just going to grow. I think Topps Eisner's M&A was a very, very interesting either slip of the tongue, or he purposefully, mindfully put it in that they're already in talks. And if you think about it, Brian Gray called a huge merger probably 2 months ago. And last month he said, once there's a big one done, just wait, there's more around. And he's basically said that he gets calls all the time for Leaf, and he just chooses not to. So what does that say for, let's see, certainly think it will grow. I'm also fairly experienced. We're about to experience a NFT junk era. Yeah, have you ever shaved your head? Actually, yes, I have. I used to be bald whenever my wife and I first met. When I shaved, I blew out an entire razor because my hair up top is so coarse and my beard is so coarse. So I have shaved my head before. I have been bald. It just takes a lot of time and it's a pain in the butt, but I have done it. I've got to get this down to nothing, like a half, and then I can shave it. But then it itches for like the first week as it starts to grow. So, but yeah, I have done that. I've actually had shaved my head and had a Fu Man at the same time, so it was very interesting. But I was a buzz cut kid in grade school. Yeah, I actually went, and it's about time when I cut my hair. My wife doesn't like it shaved. She doesn't like it shaved. For the first year of our dating, I was bald. So many people getting in. People really are taking random photos, scanned tweets, and minting them and putting them out for sale. I shaved it today, straight razor. Oh my gosh, I can't do straight, so I do a 5-blade razor. But I have been able to do that. It's not a bad look. I'll see if I can find a. Actually, I do have a Facebook picture that on my page, if I remember right, an older picture, but I'll see if I can find it and send it to you, Dan. Um, yeah, so I completely blew my train of thought, but that's all right. Um, I'm due for my quarterly haircut. Go to Hair Talk. I am going to shave today. We are recording another episode of Let Her Rip, so I'll be nice, clean shaven. Wife said that I need to get haircut, so it's getting close to doing that. Was watching the Lance Dance last night. I think I'm going to get a poster, a Jordan poster to put right here. I want a poster of Jordan somewhere in the room. Anyway, off topic. But I think that what Topps can do in the size of their company. I'm a great clips guy. I live likely. Supercuts for me, Bo. There's a local one that I've been going to for, my gosh, 5 or 6 years, the same place. So yeah, stupid cuts. The Lions beat us tonight. Oh, let's see. I cut my own hair, buzz cut. Yeah, I can't get the back. I like a block off back, and I can't get the back, so that's why. Um, so that's what I had. Is I wanted to give my thoughts on Topps's new merger and acquisitions, and I've been reading some stuff. I have a feeling it's going to be a topic on Hobby Hotline, so I wanted to read up. The big thing is the expected growth, the hockey stick growth. And then there's the mergers and acquisitions aspect. It was very, very interesting. And then the experiences NFT and in using their licenses and their expected growth rate that they project for 2021. So they're not projecting doom and gloom on the hobby. Of course, why would they get on a show for or an interview from mergers and acquisitions and say they expect it to go down? But I think the possibilities are endless. So that's what my justification was for having this. I promised yesterday that I would do some more reading. There is some more. I was going to talk with John Newman tomorrow or last night, and I ended up doing shirts, getting all my shirts online, and I actually sold one last night. So was able to cross off another line from here. Hopefully I'll be able to cross off 2 more lines from here, and then I'm putting on most of the cards that, hopefully all the cards, but I doubt I will because I got to make a post office run. I got to go to, got a couple errands to run plus Let Her Rip. Thursdays are a little tough for putting on a bunch of cards, but I can put on cards this afternoon. There was something I was going to ask Bo about, and I cannot remember. So I'll have to reach out to you later, Bo. It has to do with if you had any player cards. So, yep, that's what I had. I didn't have a lot because I specifically wanted to talk about Topps. I don't know if I stole any of your thunder, Bo, but I started as soon as we got off last night or yesterday in reading about Topps and wanted to read more. Knight Braille sign printing plate posted in eBay today. Was it a yellow printing plate, Dan? If it was it a yellow 2020 printing plate? If it is, I'd be interested to know. I was looking at 2021. Was it yellow though? That's the question. That's the ultimate question. Tributes. Yep. 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 He's a great game. We're waiting to see if it's yellow. You're gonna laugh. Because if it's yellow, 1 of 1, it was mine. And I sold it like immediately. Cyan. Okay, so I had a yellow one that I had people bouncing around asking me for. And I just got breaking news, some amazing news. My dad is coming home from COVID today. So we talked. Didn't know, Dan, that you collected him at the time. But my dad's coming home from the hospital. Now, you guys know he caught COVID like right before our last, or the round table that I attended. So that's since then. So, I mean, he's been in since then. So 3 months, maybe 3 months. So he'll be home later today, which means this weekend I'll have to go see him possibly. At least to say hi, stop by the house. That's amazing and incredible and a blessing from God. Yeah, thanks, Dan. So that rocked me. Yeah. On that note, blessings from God. If y'all have any prayer requests, let me know. I will. I'll pray you up. Support your local LCSs, and thanks all for your well wishes. Let me know topics and everything. I'm going to jump off. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow.